Splitting Hair's free salon education podcast starts now. Featuring Matt Beck, Christina Cavalcanti, Brian Hare, Drea Bolin, Thaddeus Bolin, and Danielle Downs. Today's episode is powered by MinervaBeauty.com.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Splitting Hairs, the Hairdressers Podcast. Today, we're going to do things a little bit different, trying things out. Carly's here, and she's going to be starting full-time next month. So, have to figure out this table situation. Can't just keep building the table.
Just keep adding leaves.
Yeah. See, I thought we were just going back to when every podcast we had a different setup.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, Drea. That's exactly what we're doing.
Why not?
Yeah. So, welcome to Setup 50.0.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us live. Really excited. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We're going to show you guys a couple color techniques from some Instagram people. Also, we have Olaplex had some big news, which some of you guys may have heard about it, but if you haven't, we're going to talk about it. And a couple other things. Love that segment. You guys picked out what you guys loved for the week. Those of you guys that use the hashtag Free Salon Education, thank you for that. We're going to show some of your work on the show as well. And then, of course, we got the freewheel, which we will be spinning at the end. So if you're watching this live, thank you for doing that. And stay on here with us because you have a chance to win something awesome. Also, make sure if you like audio podcasts, go to FSEPN, which is the Free Salon Education Podcast Network. Go to that and download the Anchor app, and then you can listen to this podcast and a lot of other fun salon kind of like salon, what is it?
Chat.
Salon chatter. Yeah, salon chat on that podcast. So download that. And then also I love Anchor because you guys can get involved. You can start sending us questions using your voice. So it's really fun. A tick, like a real tick? Oh, jeez.
That's a hair thing.
That's not good.
I was thinking a tick like a tick.
Like a nervous tick.
Oh.
Should we take it out live on air?
It didn't bite you?
Eat it.
Oh.
Wow.
I felt something.
That's a big one.
Now you bite him.
Ooh.
Teach it a lesson.
It's
All
the
right,
only way
so-
to learn.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
So also this podcast is sponsored by MinervaBeauty.com. If you guys are looking for salon furniture, go check out MinervaBeauty.com. Big weekend, Father's Day weekend. Any of you guys do anything other than Father's Day stuff?
Danielle and I had a nice anti-Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was as unproductive as it sounds.
Okay.
It was great. Binge watched a lot of TV.
It was fun. Madison came over. We made a little birthday dinner for her.
Okay.
We did tacos and my mother's margarita recipe, which is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
It is.
it's dangerous.
I mean, no, it's not. It's good. It's a good time.
Mm.
Everything good is
So-
dangerous.
Should we have margaritas next week on the show?
I mean, yeah. We just got to use Mama's recipe.
Okay.
All right.
You can make them.
That's her. I will.
Okay.
I do it joyfully.
All right. I'm in.
Yeah. How about you? What'd you do for Father's Day?
So we
Happy belated Father's Day.
Thanks.
By the way. Being the
Thank
only
you.
Dad associated to the show.
We actually had a really good weekend, and we decided that for Father's Day we were going to build a half pipe for skateboarding in our backyard. And so we went and Saturday bought all the wood, which we had to rent a U-Haul truck to get all the wood to our house. And then me and Christina and
And it was
Hayden.
really hot this weekend. That was like
Yeah.
the worst weekend to do that.
So we got all the wood, and Sunday started building it, and we're still building it.
That's awesome.
It has
That's
been
fantastic.
a nonstop project.
Is it going to
for-
be something that you could like ramp into the pool should one choose to?
No, but just so you know, this thing is monstrous. It's like it's 12 foot wide by 24 feet long.
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
it's a big
For the tiniest little person on a skateboard?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I actually I had a picture, but I had the wrong picture, so I'll show you guys later. But it's a really intense ramp, and I was filming it all, like the whole process. I even got like slow motion of the jigsaw and stuff. So I'll be making a fun Instagram story that will be going up
That's cool.
when it's done.
I'm just curious how you do the curved wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ask Christina. We've been
Is that Christina's
This is
job?
the foreman.
Christina,
yeah.
curve this wood.
We've literally like I mean it's
No, it's just plywood.
yeah.
Oh.
It just curves
You
with
just yeah.
yeah. It's like getting the right angle and then
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Get it.
this has been a learning experience. You can learn everything on YouTube.
I
Like,
feel like we
obviously.
could
Yeah.
build
Yeah.
anything now.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
so that was our practice for like when we want to do our own kitchen or something.
Half pipe leads
So-
straight into
yeah.
kitchen
Yeah.
every
Full
time.
kitchen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can knock down that little
Everything
half
in the
wall,
kitchen
no
is going to
problem.
be like in half circles.
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of fun, thank you, and just a good time being outside. It was really hot though this weekend. You'd
Yeah.
think I wish I lost weight doing it, but it didn't.
You might have. You need to just wrap in like
Yeah.
Bali wrap before you go out and do
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. So first thing, I wanted to talk about was the Olaplex thing. So I actually, when I saw this come across, and I was going to talk about it last week, but we had Josh and Kiyoshi in here, and honestly, the sound was so terrible, and I left the podcast up because for some reason this podcast got less thumbs down than any podcast, like probably in the last like 50 episodes.
That
Oh.
means that Kiyoshi and Josh are our thumbs downs.
That's probably true. But we so it has like only like 3 thumbs downs.
All
And
right.
I'm like 63 thumbs ups, and it's like I don't know. Obviously it was just great information because the sound was so bad, or they only listened to like 30 seconds of it
Or they
and we're
just
like,
watched
all
it.
right, we like it. It's good enough. Yeah.
They watched it and thought we looked good.
Yeah. So thank you. Any of you guys that actually fully watched it, I would love to know who you are, because it was pretty tough to get through, but it was really, it was a great show. I wish the sound would have been there, but we've got the sound hopefully figured out. So hopefully your ears are enjoying this tonight. But so we didn't do the Olaplex story last week. So it's a little bit old news, but it's a really exciting thing because Olaplex was in this huge battle lawsuit with L'Oreal. Apparently L'Oreal kind of really infringed on one of their patents, and they officially beat them in the UK courts system.
It was L'Oreal's was the Smart Bond.
Yeah,
It came
Smart
out a
Bond.
year after Olaplex.
Yeah, Olaplex was what, 2014, Smart Bond 2015. Well, they're still in court for America, so let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that it comes through here in the U.S. as well, because Olaplex was such a unique thing, and and it's just a bummer because they came out with it and then everybody, like, it was
Yeah.
such a popular thing that people just
Well,
Jumped
even
on
Wella
it.
has one now.
everybody has one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I liked the way that Olaplex went about it. Like, I mean, we were there right from the start when everybody was trying to get in and trying to bring them into their color, and it was something that you can't help but respect. They chose to stick to their product, just their product. I mean, all they've come out with in these 4 or 5 years is now they've shampoo.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
this is what they do.
yeah.
And of course, I mean that's the nature of business. All these companies are going to try to take a bite of that apple, but it's good to see that Olaplex still gets to be the one and only.
Yeah, and I know they were investing a lot, and it was just a very stressful thing. So it's really cool that it came through, because L'Oreal, I mean, we all know it's
They're
such a
a
giant
giant.
company.
Yeah.
Like, to be able to beat them, obviously something was going on, and they were in fact doing that. So they're going to fight it. It says that they strongly disagree with the decision, which is only applicable in the UK, and they'll be applying for permission to appeal. So they'll draw it out. More and more money, but congrats to Olaplex on that win. Hopefully it will continue through. And they did come out with a shampoo and conditioner.
I
4
can't
and
wait
5.
to try it.
right?
Yeah.
I know, I'm excited too. They actually, this kid, I don't even know if he's a kid. This guy sounds young.
He's 70.
Works for Olaplex. He just reached out and said that they want to send it out because they want to do maybe some videos on it or something. So that would be cool. So hopefully we can share that with you guys.
I'm into it. I
Now-
hope it smells like the number 2
Yeah.
Yes,
because that smells really good.
true.
That's all.
So, all right. So this is something new that we want to try on the show, which is basically grabbing up somebody that's done some education, maybe on Instagram or whatever, and showcasing their work. And our friend of the show, James Marsters, he has an unbelievable Instagram, so you guys should follow him. We'll put that up in a second. But he tried out this technique, which was actually done by somebody else. But he got inspired by it. I believe that was his story on his post.
Yeah, he was very straightforward with that.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't saying like I did this first or anything. But I do have to say his picture pictures now. I saw the second one are beautiful.
Yeah.
And, you can definitely tell he took the time. He really captured that technique. But I want to show you guys the original person that did this technique. I got a video from her. She sent it through email today. And it just shows how the technique is done. So the technique is basically called magic eye hair color technique is what I think she's calling it.
That's so funny because just the other night when I was talking to my brother and he got that box of my stuff, he brought out a magic eye book. Do you remember those?
I do now that you say that. I mean, I didn't put the
It was
two
a thing
together,
that when you
but-
stare at it for a really long time, it becomes another picture, and like half the people could and half the people couldn't. It was like wildly frustrating if you couldn't. It's like, yeah, I see a sailboat. It's like, no, it's Mickey Mouse. You're wrong.
Yeah, I do remember those. So yeah, here we go. So let's play the technique. We'll kind of talk through it a little bit. You guys have watched the video, right? So basically, my take from this, I sent her a message and I said, was it really, really thin sections? Because obviously she's working through there. Is this, when you guys think about this technique, what would you do?
Well, I saw her original video on, what was it, Beauty Insider, and it said that she took 3 hours to do this application, and this girl has a half a shaved head.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that horizontal placement, I'm guessing it's pretty thin.
Yeah.
Well, and if you like zoom in on it, it is like paper thin. Like you can see through it.
Yeah.
Because she's just like sponging that on there and really just pressing it in.
And it looks like she's making sure every section is the same as the one behind it.
Right.
Is how you achieve the look.
Yeah.
So that when it's moved, it looks like the almost pixelated, jaggy. But if you were to brush that straight down, it would just look like horizontal lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my take from it too, because she definitely, it was very consistent through, like, and it was so thin, like Drea was saying. I think you couldn't even really tell if she had painted that or not in the video. You know, it looked like she was almost overlapping the colors, but it's a really cool. And we have James' picture from what he did, basically mimicking the technique, and it's just such a cool, beautiful photo.
I think
incredible.
what killed me with that I loved his so much was I think he used a neon yellow versus just like a yellow.
Yeah.
It pops just
Which
a little bit
makes
more.
it makes it look like the prism of light that goes through a crystal.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the neon colors have just like ever so much more shine and glisten to them, whereas that regular yellow is kind of almost matte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I think it looks fantastic. I love it. And with that, when on James's, if you look at the picture, I know it was just like her bangs, like the front section of her hair. And then you just push it back and, it looks like the whole head.
I noticed that in the second photo that he put up, because you could see all the brown in her hair.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I really like that aspect of it too, because then I think about it like trying to accent a haircut or do something in that way where you don't have to spend, like Danielle was saying, like 3 hours applying it all over the head. It's just kind of like an accent to what you're doing.
So my thought because I was thinking they're using, I can never remember that mesh,
Is
that
the
like clear plasticky mesh in between.
the Pravana mesh separators?
Yeah. Because like you can't do it with foil because you have to be able to see what's underneath.
Right.
And I was thinking about, because we don't have the mesh, I was like, if I tried that with the Bali wrap, I don't know if that would work, because I feel like the mesh is stiffer, so it would hold it a little bit better for a cleaner application.
I
So-
feel like the mesh probably grips the
hair
the color
too.
and the hair together as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like for
While
that,
still being see-through.
yeah. So for that technique, I think you would need it. And is Pravana the only company that makes it
That I know of.
that we know of?
Yeah.
So any of you guys know of a company that makes that mesh it's a cool company that you like using, let us know.
We could just buy
I'd
a
like
whole
to
bunch of
figure it out.
new Apple laptops, because
Yeah.
that's the stuff that comes in between the keyboard and
Yeah,
the
I
screen.
like the way you're thinking. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's really
That's-
cost
yeah, that's-
effective.
that's
the
good.
most cost-effective
Yeah.
way of
Yeah.
doing it.
It's really good.
You're welcome,
Thanks.
Christina.
All right. So that is the magic eye hair color technique. And what was the stylist that said on there? I forget. It's Kristen Cheeseman, I think. Or no, Christina Cheeseman. Christina with a K.
And she's from St. Louis, right,
Yeah.
Danielle? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Midwest. So go give her a follow. She's got a pretty good following.
Yeah, she's got a lot of
And she's
fun
got
fantasy
really-
colors.
Really
Yeah.
cool stuff on her Instagram. And it's funny because she said, can you take out, because that video was very raw and it wasn't sped up like that. So she sends it to me. She goes, do you mind like not playing the audio because I'm probably just rambling about something. So like as I'm editing the video, I'm listening to it, and their whole conversation is all about what posts, like she's coloring this and she's saying like what posts that she does that get the most like attention. So she's like talking about, you know, most of the time, like she's like, I do all this stuff and it doesn't really get as much attention as if I just do the roots, like a color or something, you know, and then all of a sudden she puts this video out and it's like all over the place.
Boom.
Yeah.
So you never know what is going to happen. And I believe James is getting a lot of attention with his photo as well. So,
And rightfully so. I mean, they both did such an incredible job. It's such a cool
yeah.
thing.
I mean, it's so cool and it's so tedious. Like, I could not imagine spending 3 hours creating something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a big color tomorrow, and she's usually pretty open, so I wonder if I can
Do a little bit of it.
like one piece.
It'll be like the feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Just
bring back feather
One
highlights.
chunk.
Just
Yeah.
do it around the hairline.
Yeah,
Right.
The rest is just going to be black.
Yeah. All right. So, so speaking of James Marsters, I did notice something when I saw the photo yesterday. I noticed that he has now created 2 Instagrams. So I found this interesting because his one Instagram, which he has like 70-some thousand followers on, is kind of just where he shows inspiration. He posts photos like this of the work and everything. And then he started a second one, which he has a website that you can go to, where it's educational Instagram that's private, and the only way you can get into it is if you pay like $8 or something. And then he
It's
allows
5 until midnight tonight.
it is okay. There you go. And then he gives you all his formulas on the Instagram. So I found that like a very interesting way to utilize Instagram. It's obviously not our thought process at Free Salon Education, but it's definitely a really cool way. I think that people aren't really, you know, grasping yet.
Well, I've
is
noticed
that private part of it.
because it's the website is Patreon. I never know how to say it. Because I've noticed a couple of people in different types of artistic fields doing that. He's the first hairdresser I've seen do it.
Okay.
But like the one that jumps to my mind, this guy is like a cosplayer that I like to watch just because he makes really great X-Men. And he's got one, and you know, like you can contribute to it, and it's all this stuff, and you learn. He'll like teach how he does things, and it's cool because if that's the route you want to go, I hope it works out because it's a neat way to do it.
And is it just a one-time charge and then he lets you on?
I think it's a monthly.
Okay.
If
I feel
if
like
it's-
monthly that gets complicated, especially if you get a lot of people on there.
Well, I think you get to choose. Like, I think it's one of those things you pick how much you want to charge, how often you want to charge.
Okay. So it's just like supporting,
Yeah.
but it's like a minimum, right?
Yeah.
So I do the same thing with this David Cutter. Is a lot of the music that I use in all these videos. He produces music for the sole purpose of YouTube people using it.
Oh, cool.
So he puts out like an album every week. It's crazy. And he you know, I think I did like a $75 donation for a lifetime
Nice.
you know, membership to get. I can download all of his music for free, and then I just give him credit on every video. But it's really cool, you know. And he puts out, like I said, music constantly. So I just find that kind of neat. And I think James, in the same way, like to me, I see it that way. I see it as like, you know, support my work, but then I don't have to then worry every month of collecting $8 from you. Like maybe it's like, you know, donate whatever you want and you have access to my formulas, and then, you know, you constantly have people signing up. You don't have to worry about kicking people out and all that stuff because it becomes complicated at that point, you know, and you have to like
Well, I think
go
that's-
through and find them. And
I'm sure that's part of what going through this particular website, because Patreon's the host that does
Yeah.
it. I'm sure for a cut, they do most of that for you.
You think they kick people out of the group
I think so.
on Instagram? Okay, that's
I mean,
cool.
I would guess.
I'll have to
'cause-
look at it
because
because I don't know that.
Because when
yeah.
I didn't even notice, is it its own Instagram? Because I've just noticed that he says swipe up for the Patreon, but I didn't know it was
It's
a
its
different
own.
Instagram account.
Yeah,
Oh.
Because I know there are some people that do that, and it's access to like a Snapchat. Like
Right.
the company, I guess, handles that or gives out
Okay.
the code, or maybe the code changes every month. Who knows?
okay. Yeah, it's definitely a separate Instagram that I saw. So,
Got it.
but he does want you to go to the website first. That's probably where he gets the monthly fee, and then he'll allow you access after that. Would be my assumption. But we'll have to obviously you talk to him so we can find out
Yeah,
exactly how
okay.
he does it, because it's interesting the way he's doing things.
Get some deets. I mean, if Free Salon Education wants to send me out there to like do an interview, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll do that.
Okay.
No.
Such a sacrifice.
I mean, you're
Uh,
welcome.
It's amazing the things that you.
For this company. I mean,
All right. So the next technique, we were having a little discussion while we were trying to get everything set up here about this technique. This is called Strandlights, and this is by, I believe it'll share her name, Liz Haven, I believe is her name. She came out with this technique called Strandlights. I'm guessing it's her that's saying she came out with it. It's obviously a very, very thin weave, but we'll share with you guys the video right now. So this also starts with thunder. I didn't change the music on this
no,
one.
I saw that one. It's very soothing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's birds and thunder.
No, I was watching it and I like it. It looks nice. It produces a great result. I am a little unclear as to what differentiates this from baby lights.
I should ask her. I
And
should send her a message.
And it does look like it's just back to back. So
Yeah, there's
how is there no line of demarcation when you're doing the entire head? I can understand if there's like a lot of darker pieces in between.
Yeah, because that's like the selling point of this technique is that it's such an ultra fine weave,
Right.
and they
Right.
do it all over the head, so the grow out is apparently softer. But I feel that the grow out is softer on balayage because it's a more natural, not as close to the root kind of feeling. And when you do that much
foil work.
foil work, you're lightening the entire head, so they're gonna have a root grow out.
Right.
So
and I've been messing around with super fine foils a little bit more recently just to try it. The only reason I don't do it more is because it takes forever.
Yeah, I
Like-
love a super fine foil. Like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that
and-
looks great, but I don't have that much time.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
holy
Well,
crow.
But that's the thing. If it was such a big difference, then maybe the time would make sense. But to
Right.
me, like, it is a difference. Like, it's definitely a
different
different look.
It's a
But
different look for sure.
is it something
Well,
that
that-
somebody's going to pay a lot double for? They're going
Right.
to pay double because
Right.
of the time.
Because that's more work than a platinum card at this point. Because even
Yeah.
though it's only foiling half the head, you have to weave it instead of doing slices. So
Right, you're not picking up a section and slamming it down into a foil.
Right.
But like that end result, it's gorgeous.
it's stunning.
But I don't know that I couldn't get that with a balayage.
No,
Right.
Well,
Like,
I have noticed a lot
watching-
of different people that do balayage, like Cassandra Platinum. I always noticed that she did a lot of baby lights like this. Strand lights like this in between her balayage.
Yeah.
So that she can get a little bit of a softer connection without having that really hard.
Right. That's
Thick
what I've
line.
been.
A lot of people mix it up.
That's
is that
what I've
you're
been
doing?
trying to screw around with lately is combining them to create, sort of that mixed effect. Because I don't like I love that end result a lot. It's gorgeous, but that is not what I expected to see from all those foils. From a zillion itsy bitsy teeny tiny foils, it
Right.
kind of just looks like a balayage. Like
Yeah.
there's areas of concentrated softness.
Lisette in the chat is saying that it's not a full head, it's a partial. It's meant for gray blending or people who are already balayaged or blonde. It's customizable to each person.
Okay.
It has who has built-in low lights.
So I would say, though, every picture of this or every video that I've seen of this, it wasn't half a head. They weren't doing just small areas. They were definitely
Going all
there
the
was
way.
foils.
Yeah.
There was foils covering the entire head. I mean, I'm sure you can do this technique in smaller
I could see
portions.
though for like say my mom.
Yeah.
She would love it.
Your mom would
probably.
love it. Yeah.
And especially because of the gray. And I could see just doing the top, like that's where she would like it, and just write maybe on like her temples and just the top.
Yeah.
I
Like,
can
So
also
I-
see
where
this
I've-
being a great technique for somebody growing out single process color too, who wants to go towards a more natural look without just 100% going gray.
Like I agree. One of the things that I've been kind of using something similar to this, I think of my one client who every 3 weeks she's getting her roots touched up. And I do balayage on her, but her hair grows in so fast. And then before you know it, we've got like this big long around her face. And I've been doing like itsy bitsy that tiny fine foils just right on the part up on her face, just to make sure she at least keeps that softness there. Excuse me, because I can take those highlights pretty much down to the scalp and then still paint in between, where I can, I don't know, get a precision and a closeness that I can't get from balayage.
Yeah.
But again, that takes me 10 minutes just to do that tiny little spot.
No way.
Also, the thing I hate the most about balayage is that at the root, if they're too dark, it always has that warm,
Right.
stripey or warm feel. And I think like when Christina said her mom, I'm thinking, yeah, because her mom, she gets her hair foiled often, like every 3 weeks, I think, and you never really see where they're like painting it in or whatever. It's very fine
That's
foils.
cool.
And I definitely would say, and it's because her hair's a little bit darker, it's not as dark as Christina's, but she never really has a difference between the scalp and ends, in her hair color. So I think for people that are like definitely dark, a little bit darker,
I need that incubation.
yeah, or don't want they want a little more like to the scalp natural look.
Mhm.
See, I see this as more of a natural look
Right.
kind
Yeah.
of thing, and not necessarily
This is
the
to make it
same
look
effect.
like you grow blonde hair.
Yes. Yeah. You grow blonde hair and you get it done often. And if you can figure this out and you can do it often for people, but I don't think it's something that stretches you from not having to go back in
No.
more often. I think that if, depending on how dark your hair is, you're coming in more often because of this technique, I think, personally. But the look is beautiful.
It is. I want to know also if she used some kind of gloss to soften the root.
Right.
If maybe that's where I was seeing that like balayage-ish type effect at the end.
Yeah.
Like, if I just want to know if she did that because
Yeah.
it looks great. I'm not talking bad about it at all. I loved
And
it.
she,
I think it's just that I wanted a little bit of clarification as to why.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sold on the do it so you don't have to get your hair colored that often
and this
reason.
specific person, Liz Haven, I believe, is the name on Instagram. Her Instagram is full of this technique. Like
Yeah.
this is like her thing that she does often. So like if any of you guys want to see more of it, see the outcomes of it, doesn't just look like that one video. It's
Okay.
all over the place. And if you want to see somebody's Instagram that is really well put together, hers is really awesome. She combines, like when you combine multiple photos to make one,
Mhm.
so they're like profile like photos of like beautiful hair. She does a really good job. She's got 117,000 followers. So
Nice. That's hot.
obviously because of how she's made her Instagram look.
Well, I was
so
going to say I want to chat with her, but
and she's
busy.
She's also doing a class on a website that I won't talk about, but hopefully maybe she'll do one on our website at one point. But she is doing a class on this as well. She does classes on it. So if you guys want to learn more about it, definitely check that out. Okay. We don't got much left here.
Look at us.
I know, flying through it.
Yeah.
All right. How's everybody in the chat, Chris?
They're good.
They're good?
Yeah, everyone's good.
All right, cool. So,
They're talking hair.
talking hair.
They brought up
Do they want to talk
I mean, they
hair with
brought up
us?
the channel because the girl knows she pays for the girl I think she pays like $40 to watch. I don't know. I was going through the chat. Sorry.
Okay.
It's like hard to do all this, but anyway, this one girl that does it on the site that you're probably talking about.
Yes,
yeah,
that
so
site.
yeah. So I don't know why we won't say it.
I know.
But whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You guys know what it is. Yeah, it's on behindthechair.com.
Oh, I thought we were going to get through with that segment.
I know, whatever. I don't care. So, and I think she's I think she's actually a artist for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, she was just saying you can
How
do
much
the
does she
fee.
pay for that?
So actually,
It's
I'm
$39.99. You could watch the videos.
There you go.
You know, it's like a yeah.
Alright.
so the fact that
Oh, I
so
thought
it was
you were
like
saying.
$39.
I thought you were saying
What
for
are you out of your
$39
mind?
I thought you were saying for $39.99 you get to be an educator for them.
all right, so love that segment. Everybody in this room.
It's only funny if you keep going while we do it.
No, I know. I was
you
like,
can't stop. Like, don't have them here if you're gonna stop every time.
oh god. All right, so everybody in this room at the table over there picked their favorite photo from everybody that hashtag Free Salon Education on Instagram. So thank you
Kiddie pool.
to everyone that did that. We're going to start. I think the first one is Brian's photo.
Oh.
And this photo is from, did I write down the names?
Heather Wilson Hare. No relation. I loved this photo because I love pink in blonde, because to me it still reads as blonde, but also really, really fun. I really enjoy the dark root, even if it is just dark right there where you're going to see it, which is really the only place you'd need it on a short haircut like that, if that's the only way she wears it. I enjoy the photo. They styled the hair. I like the little bit of cute sass that she got the model to have. Like, I just thought it was a good picture of some fun hair.
Yeah. I actually thought when I'm browsing through, like you guys obviously hashtag Free Salon Education. So as I'm going through, I thought it was one of ours because it's a similar look to what we take in the salon, like with the lighting and everything.
Yeah.
Look cool.
No, I digged it.
Sweet.
Dug
You
it.
loved it.
Dug it.
You loved it.
Digged it. Whatever.
You digged it.
No, he
That is
loved
not a
that.
thing.
He loved
He
that.
could make it a thing.
Love that.
The next one, I think
That'd be
this
the
is
next section. Digged it.
Carly's pick. Is it-
I
what's
think
next?
it's, yep, Carly's is next.
All right, Carly, what'd you like about this?
Well, wait, we should say who it is.
Oh, wait, who is
yeah,
it?
so this is Desert, Maine. And I just really like this picture. So it kind of reminded me, Firefly was this past weekend.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it kind of reminded me of like a hairstyle that you would see at Firefly. It's very like boho and super cute. I like it.
What's boho mean?
Bohemian.
Yeah,
Seriously?
bohemian.
I don't know. That wasn't in my Midwestern culture classes.
Yeah. I like that.
Got it.
All right.
So we have.
I thought it was like the
this is
new
it.
thing the kids are saying.
You
these
kids
days.
today.
Oh.
Sustain
Okay, who's? I
Oh,
think
yeah, that's
so.
my pick.
That's yeah.
So this is Richie Mao. He's from Dada Salon in Hawaii. I am just loving everything that they do. It really is just effortless, beachy hair. And she just got like that earth mother. I woke up like this. Yes, I'm fine. So I like it.
Yeah.
I'm into
You
it.
love that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Love that.
That was good.
Thanks.
All right, Drea.
All right. Well, I loved this one because obviously, like, she has a natural darker base, but she has some really pretty warm tones, and they're not brassy. They're just golden and happy. And I loved the side by side view. I liked the fun. Like, I just like how they were having fun with these photos. I thought it was nice. I saw personality come out in it, and I think it looks good.
Yeah, fun photo.
Love that.
All right, cool. So that's the Love That segment. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
I hope you loved it.
Hope you loved
Yeah.
it.
Love that.
Hope you loved it as much as we love looking at your work every week.
Well put.
All right.
Yes.
Freewheel,
Yes.
and then the show's over.
Well,
So
that's
Oh.
that.
I know.
Oh
What
my
time is
God.
it?
It's only
You
8:40.
You can do it.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna do it.
Get on up.
All right. So on the wheel,
Lives for it.
Do you want me to read it?
sure.
On the wheel this week and every, we've got Olaplex, Free Salon Education, something fun there. Minerva, of course, because they're wonderful and take care of us. Donald Scott, New York, Sunlights. Of course, we've got the Mizutani Square.
Oh,
It's like our Wheel of Fortune $1 million square that Dre is really
Yeah.
good at landing on. And Ergo, of course, because we also love them.
All right. And if you guys, if you haven't picked anybody, right, Chris?
Mm-mm.
You guys start posting right now in the chat where you live, what your town and your state and your country.
Not that we're going to judge you based on that,
No, we're just,
Oh boy.
but like we are.
yeah. We're not like, yeah. It's very important information.
It's like,
No, it's just a lot of our sponsors, they can't ship
Yeah.
certain places,
they
and
can't.
that's a bummer.
it's like, I had a bad
So-
lunch in Massachusetts once. You don't
No.
get scissors.
Jeez. Louise.
Oh.
I knew this bitch from Arkansas. I'm not doing it.
Plus, it's really fun to see where everyone's from, anyways.
It is.
It's my. I
Who's-
actually
who's
I
staying
looked
up
at
late?
it in the chat last time. I checked it
You
out.
did.
Yeah, I like seeing where everybody's from. All right, and then while we're picking somebody next week on the show,
What's next week?
whoa, already planned. Andrew does hair.
You don't even know where we're sitting. And you already know who's going to be here.
No, I don't. But Andrew does hair will be on the show, so that should be really fun. So I'll be
I
promoting
thought that was
all
a
week.
segment. Hey.
What?
Nothing. Never mind.
How about let's do Jessica Garcia? She's in California.
All right.
Okay.
I enjoyed California. She can have.
No.
All right, Jessica.
Jerry, let's see if you can get in your seat before it stops. It's a race.
Oh, go.
Jeez, there's no hustle in that step.
Wow, that was a good spin, Drea.
It
It's
was.
going. It could be.
Oh,
It really could be.
What?
No. Oh. It's the only time.
So close.
Only time
Sunlights
in
is
your
great.
life. Yeah. Only time in your life where you will be bummed that you hit Sunlights.
Sunlights is great, but damn.
No. You're going to love it.
2 weeks in a row, it was so close.
Bolly Box 2.0 is coming your way.
You're going to love it.
They're blowing up too. They got shampoo,
I know.
Oh, really?
I can't wait to smell it. I hope it smells like
shampoo,
sunflowers.
conditioner, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
So, yeah, everybody's growing up.
I want a shampoo.
Sunlights, Olaplex, and us.
What would your shampoo smell like if you came out with shampoo, Matt?
I wouldn't. But
This is a hypothetical.
okay, let me think. I don't know actually. That's a really come around. Anybody else?
Danielle, go.
It would have lemongrass. It would basically smell like Dolce & Gabbana light blue.
That's hot.
Oh, okay.
Carly, what would your shampoo smell like?
Taco Bell.
Right. I was literally just going
Oh,
to say
gross.
tacos.
Can you imagine that?
That's what I would.
Some hamburger meat hair?
I'm coming out with. I'm gonna get sponsored by Taco Bell and have Taco Bell shampoo.
Drea,
Oh my God.
what's your shampoo?
Probably like lavender vanilla.
That's hot. I would go cedar and sandalwood. I love
That's
that
a good
combo.
combination.
Mm.
I like
It's
that.
like it just smells like a hot guy,
Yeah.
and I'm into it.
Christina,
Matt.
do you have one?
Champagne.
Ooh,
I'm just kidding. Just
it's
kidding.
good. It's good. I don't know. I like I've been using. So I like tea, like the mint. I like mint smell. For some reason in the shower.
But you don't really like mint.
I don't really
Mhm.
like it, but for some reason
It can't go in him,
for
but
my
it can
head.
go on him.
I like things that make me feel clean. So
Mhm.
like mint, like fresh.
Like borax.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So not taco. Not
Yeah, I
taco.
can't imagine that
Feels
being a
very
good.
unclean.
I mean, Carly, like that's cool, but
Yeah.
like no.
Yeah. Dorito.
If you
Taco.
put someone back in my chair and they smell like tacos, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, no.
It's
Girl.
raining tacos.
All right, cool. So that's a show, guys.
That's a
I
wrap.
hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
was a fun
good
show.
time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Solid.
Sweet.
Tell Jessica Garcia to,
Oh yeah, Jessica.
Yep.
Email contest@freesaloneducation.com and give your full name, phone number, and address, and you will have your Bolly Box 2.0 on the way. Also, don't forget Andrew does hair next week. Should be really fun. So, and if you guys don't know who that is, then you should go check out
Check
his
him
Instagram.
out.
Yep, he's got a lot going on. And then follow Danielle.
The hands downs.
Yeah.
Think about
Took
that
you
for
a
a sec.
second.
I'm like,
I saw that.
what am I doing? Huh?
Where?
Yeah, we're like
Who's
ending.
following
me?
Who that? Who
Carly, are we skipping you still?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll follow Carly next week.
By the time she's full time, we can
Yeah.
follow.
By the time she's full time. Yeah, don't follow her now.
No.
Don't
Yeah.
waste your time.
Yeah. Drea.
Hair by Dre Day.
Brian.
Hairstyle. Oh, it works when I sit over here. It's right there.
Why didn't it
Might
work on
want
the
it.
other side?
Well, because the other arm was facing out, and I was there's less of it. Now I just gotta lift it on up. I don't have to twist.
Yeah,
Like,
speaking of, do you guys
Wow.
do you like this setup? It's fine, right?
I mean,
I
this
like
is my good side, so I'm okay with it.
I mean, nothing has changed for me.
I know.
So I'm good.
How are you feeling this week, Drea?
I'm great.
I mean, I don't love you being this far from me.
I know, but we can hear it's fine,
It's
right?
fine.
Yeah.
Just-
Really, I'm going to assess this camera angle because I'm a little nervous about
That's
what
what it's
that really
I mean, you were much kinder to yourself
Yeah.
than you were to poor Carly.
Hey,
Right.
That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
yes.
True
Sorry, Carly.
that.
This is the
Wow.
third week of this angle because I had to have Josh on this angle last week.
Yeah.
So this is evolved, Carly. That's what happens.
Carly's like,
prototype.
Things
Yeah.
start off not so good.
Yeah.
Carly looked like in every video in the 90s where they did that fisheye lens and like you get right up
Did I
in
look
it.
I think
She's like,
I look like the real Slim Shady. Like,
yeah, the video.
Absolutely.
no. I think we need to like
It's like, Carly, you have anything to say?
go back.
oh, it's awesome.
oh my god.
All right, cool. So let us know what you guys thought of this setup. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We enjoy hanging with you guys every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. And we'll see you guys next week right here, Splitting Hairs.
We should do it.
Splitting Hairs Free